Hello, and welcome back to my channel and my little office space here. So this video is for all of the sonography students. Specifically, if you are a cardiovascular sonography student, I am a current first year cardiovascular sonography student, and this is going to be my very first semester. And so I am both very nervous and very excited. The course load looks absolutely ridiculous. And per my orientation, the active amount of studying time between studying, classes, homework, tests, all those things that needs to be dedicated to the program is about 51 hours a week. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I wanted to share with you the books that I need for my first semester in the cardiovascular sonography program. And there are quite a bit of them. And so I'm gonna go ahead and show them to you. And then also I will put the name of the class here that required me to have this particular textbook. I did a combination of things. Some textbooks I purchased and other textbooks I rented. And that's largely because two of the major textbooks were not something that's like easily accessible, so you weren't gonna find a place to be able to rent them anyway. Speaking of that, first things first, this is one of them. Understanding Ultrasound Physics, and this is not only for cardiovascular sonography, but also for other sonography programs. This is one of the books that was not one that you see to be able to rent, and I will be sure to like leave the price tag somewhere over and around here. I will leave the price that I paid for it. And then if I rented a book, I leave the price that I rented it for via wherever I rented it for, and then also the current price. But this is first. Understanding Ultrasound Physics, 4th edition, Sydney Edelman is what I'll say. Edelman. If it looks a little shiny, that's because the plastic is still on there. So up next, I have this cardiovascular physiology book. And it's on concepts, and it's needed for that particular class, 3rd edition, and it's Richard Klabundy. I also needed to purchase an APA publication manual, and so this is actually really good. I'm really excited about this because just college writing skills and things, it's useful. It's useful. So I'm looking forward to see how this is going to be used during my semester. But this is the 7th edition of the APA manual, and APA just stands for American Psychological Association. Up next, for that medical ethics class by McGraw-Hill, this is Law and Ethics for Health Professions, the 9th edition by Karen Judson. It looks like in Carleen Harrison. So this is my medical ethics class book. And yes, Law and Ethics for Health Professionals. And I'm leaving it up here a little longer so that you guys can see and research and search and things like that. I can also leave links in the description box for these books on Amazon as well if they're on there. This one is one of the ones that I decided to rent, and this is the Introduction to Healthcare book. And I also decided to rent it via Amazon. I know that when I was going to college, when I was much younger, I used to rent books on Chegg, but Amazon has its own textbook department and you can rent books there. And let me tell you, it's usually a lot cheaper than the others, but this is the Introduction to Healthcare. It looks like by Lee Haran and Dakota Mitchell, and it's pretty thick, y'all. It's rather thick, and this is book number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on number 5, and this is the last one. And this is Arrhythmia Recognition: The Art of Interpretation. It is the 2nd edition by Thomas Garcia and Daniel Garcia, and one other person that I can't see because it's covered up by the Amazon rental sticker. But yes, this is the Arrhythmia Recognition book, and it is for my rhythm analysis class that I have this semester. And I would have one other book, but I don't have it, and that's because I transferred over the credit. But if you had not taken medical terminology by your first actual semester, then you'd have one more book for medical terminology. So anyway, hopefully this helps. If you were looking for like what kind of books you might need, pricing, where you could find them as a cardiovascular sonography student, then here it is. Of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to follow along on my journey as a cardiovascular sonography student, then be sure to come along and subscribe because I will be giving more information, more tips, more tricks, more notes, giving you how I feel about it. And just in general, I am a vlogger, so there will be vlogs that you see interspersed along the way. All right, well, hope you have a good day and you have a great semester.